vibration.
Thank you, ma'am. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Upinder Dhar, respected Rector, Dean Research, Dr. Santosh Dhar, respected directors of different institutes of SWV, HOIs, HODs, and dear faculty members. Good afternoon to each one of you. At the outset, let me thank Team Udhbhavana for giving me the chance in the first episode of Udhbhavana 2024-25. Dear friends, the topic today for the talk is quality education for sustainable development. So, we will discuss education, sustainable development, and quality education. This is an exploratory study and it has been published in AIMS Journal under kind supervision and guidance of Dr. Upinder Dhar, Vice Chancellor, SWV Indore. Education. Yeah. I think there is some technical glitch in slide share. We'll solve it soon. I think is it visible to you all? Is it visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Yes, sir.
Education, according to Swami Vivekananda, education is the process of bringing out the perfection which is already within one. That means he believed that there is a perfection, there is a unique hidden talent in every child, and bringing out that hidden talent is the education. Somewhere I was reading about one of the quote of Swami Vivekananda in which he mentioned, we want that education by which a character is formed, strength of mind is increased, the intellect is expanded, and by which one can stand on one's feet. While you can see Mahatma Gandhi defined education is the development of body, mind, and spirit. Probably that point of time, he was talking about coordination of 3H, that is head, heart, and hands, which are clearly visible, and it reflects in his Bunyadi Talim or Bunyadi Shiksha. Dear friends, the 21st century global economy can thrive in an environment that focuses on creativity, imagination, critical thinking, and problem solving skills. That's the reason Nelson Mandela told education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Empirical analysis reveals a strong positive relationship between education and economic growth. That's the reason education is a tool to achieve sustainability. India has a large population, and of its around 25% of the total population are the school going children, that is of age group 6 to 18 years. So education improves agriculture productivity, education improves women's status in society, education increases environment protection, education reduces population growth rate. The importance of education is best driven by the Chinese proverb that says, if you want to think 1 year ahead, plant rice. If you want to think 10 years ahead, plant tree. But if you want to think 100 years ahead, give education to the people. As I told you, 25% of the total population of India is in our schools. So India has the potential to use this demographic dividend to its advantage. If the children could be imparted quality education at school level that prepares them to face real world with confidence. Sustainable development has majorly three components: social, environment, and economy. Social development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. That's the reason all the time the thinkers, the philosophers, they ask us the questions whether we are living the same kind of planet for our children, for the generations which we are enjoying. It was United Nations in 2015 has given 17 sustainable development goals, which you can see on the screen. The fourth one is quality education. Uh, the goal fourth of SDG is quality education. Whenever quality in education is discussed, it may be important to reflect on what is understood by the term quality. Many educators, researchers, and
मैम
politicians
का
have tried to
मैम का
define
सब्जेक्ट है
this
तीन
term,
मैम का
and a number of
खेती खेती
definitions can be found in the literature. But quality education is a dynamic concept that changes and evolves with time. Although it's not impossible, but yes, it is difficult to define standards of quality education for every culture, every person at any moment of time. But UNESCO and UNICEF developed two indicators to understand the quality of education. That is, one, the effectiveness of education in achieving cognitive development. Second, ability of education to promote creative and emotional development. So according to UNESCO and UNICEF, the indicators are education, quality education is one which develops the cognitive, emotional, and creative development of the child. But the question is, how successful are we in delivering quality education to our children in schools? Quality education means majority of the students, if not all, are able to meet MLL, which you can see on the screen, that is minimum level of learning, whatever is decided by NEP 2020 now. The quality of knowledge in a society depends upon the quality of education the society provides. And there are different surveys by the central government, education department, MHRD. One of the survey for school education is NAS, that is National Achievement Survey. And the last survey shows that there are 70, this survey is basically for class 1, 3, and 5. Earlier it was. Now it is for grade 1, grade 3, grade 5, grade 8, and grade 10. The last survey is alarming and says that there are 72% children in India of class 3, grade 3, who are not even deserved to be in class 1, while 62% of class 5 children are lack of reading and mathematical abilities. That is probably the reason NEP 2020 emphasis on FLN, that is Foundation Literacy and Numeracy, and very truly told that, which is on the screen in the slide, quality makes education socially and individually relevant. But if the quality of education is not assured, then the education which is advocated as a solution to social problems may itself become a problem. Target of fourth SDG is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. It aims to ensure access to all levels of education and learning for all, irrespective of age, gender, ethnicity, disability, or other circumstances. Quality education, thus, is required to enable persons, societies, and nations to acquire Okay. Am I audible? Okay.
There you are.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Is the screen visible to you all?
Yes, it
Okay.
is visible
Yes, sir.
now.
Okay, thank you so much. So friends, I was talking about number of studies have been conducted to seek the answer to the questions like how does the school leadership style influence the quality of education? To what extent the role is played by the physical infrastructure, facilities given by the schools, what is parents' role, and what's about safe and healthy environment of the school. The present paper is aimed to understand what are the importance of various parameters responsible for the quality education for sustainable development. For the same, the objectives designed in this study were: one, to study the various parameters that influence the quality of school education; two, to identify the most important parameters that influence the quality of school education. In the study, the method was used. The study is exploratory in nature. The final sample of 62 school principals, 143 school teachers, and 681 parents of school-going children was chosen randomly. The respondents were from Indore, Devas, Balaghat, and Jabalpur districts of Madhya Pradesh. The inventory was on the basis of informal discussion and review of literature, an inventory of parameters for quality school education was designed. The inventory was used for data collection that includes the parameters like infrastructure, faculty, teaching approach, contents, methods of assessment, caliber of students, income of parents, education of parents, involvement of parents, and school environment were the parameters. At first stage, 100 copies of the inventory were distributed to the respondents. Out of these, 78 were received back, 16 were found incomplete or invalid, thus removed. Finally, 62 copies of the filled up inventory were taken into account for further analysis. At second stage, 280 copies of the inventory were distributed to the teachers, and out of these, 200 were received back, 57 were found incomplete or invalid, thus removed. Finally, 143 copies of the filled up inventories by teachers were taken into account for further analysis. At third stage, 1,200 copies of the inventory were distributed to the parents of school-going children, and out of these, 860 were received back. Out of 860, 179 were found incomplete or invalid, thus removed. Finally, a sample of 681 copies of the filled up inventory by the parents were taken into account for further analysis. The data was analyzed by administering ranking techniques and Spearman's correlation. For the study, following null hypotheses were designed. The first null hypothesis was there is no significant difference in the perception of principals and teachers with respect to the parameters that influence the quality of education in school. The second null hypothesis was there is no significant difference in the perception of parents and teachers with respect to the parameters that influence the quality of education in schools. Third null hypothesis was there is no significant difference in the perception of principals and parents with respect to the parameters that influence the quality of education in schools. For the same purpose, this formula was used. Respondents were instructed to assign the rank to all the parameters given in the inventory. The outcome of such ranks was converted into scores with the help of Henry Garrett's ranking table by using following formula. Percent position equals to 100, into, in the bracket, Rij minus 0.5 bracket over divided by Nj, where Rij stands for rank given for the ith variable by the jth respondent, while Nj stands for number of variables ranked by the jth respondent. In second slide, we will understand how this percent position comes in the table. Am I audible? Okay. This is a table which shows the percent position. Here, the first column shows the ranks 1 to 10, as 10 parameters were there, and percent position comes here 5, 15, 25, and so on up to 95. Now, question arises, how this data has come? For the same, we'll require to go back to previous slide. Say, for example, we take 10th rank. 10th rank shows percentage position 95. Now, how this figure 95 has come? Kindly come to the previous slide. That is percent position formula. In this formula, the value of Rij, that is rank given for the ith variable by the jth respondent, is 10. So we'll put the value Rij as a 10, while Nj is number of variables ranked, as we asked all the respondents to rank all 10 parameters. So the value of Nj for every cell is 10. So 100 in the bracket, 10 minus 0.5 divided by 10. 10 minus 0.5 is 9.5, multiplied by 100 is 950, divided by 10 comes 95. And this is how in 10th rank, the last row you can see, in 10th rank, percent position is 95. The same way to the corresponding rank, the percent position value is obtained. Now, the last column shows the Garrett value. The Garrett value is 82, 70, 63, and so on. This is Henry Garrett's table is there, and the corresponding values are given in the table. For 5% position value, the Garrett value is 82. So mentioned here, the same way for 65, the Garrett value is 42 in the table, and accordingly for 95, it's 18. This is table 1, which shows the frequency of ranks given by the principals. Dear friends, as I told you, there were finally a sample of 62 principals and 10 parameters, and they were asked to rank these parameters. For example, you can see that out of these 62 people, if you take any parameter, say for example, as at number 1, it is written infrastructure, it is not a rank, it is a serial number. Serial number 1, infrastructure is written. At infrastructure, there is one principal who believes that infrastructure can be ranked at number 1. While there are 0 principals who have given the second rank to the infrastructure, there are 13 principals who has given the 9th rank to the infrastructure. There are 5 principals who have given the rank 10th to infrastructure, and likewise. One more example we can see the last row, that is 10th, school. So here 16 principals are there. We have given school environment as the first rank, while 8 have given second, again 8 has given third, and likewise, if you add this row wise or column wise, you will find the total will come 62 as the number of respondents. Then the table 2 shows the ranks given by the principals on the basis of Henry Garrett's ranking table. This also not very technically, but I will explain you so easily you can understand what this table stands for and how the values come in every cell. So here in every cell you see the parameters are given in rows, that is first row, second row up to 10th row. And then if you see column wise, the first column shows first rank into 82. Now how this 82 comes? Actually, 82 is again what we have seen in the slide which was before table 1, that is this one. Yeah, this one. You can see for first rank, the Garrett value is 82. Hence, what we see is in this table, how many people have given first rank to the infrastructure to be multiplied by that value. And this, I'm not saying this is told by Henry Garrett in his ranking chapter. So 1 is multiplied by 82 comes 82. While if second, if you remember, it was 25 for teachers. 25 principals have given first rank to the teachers. So 25 multiplied by 82 comes 2050, and likewise. And when you add this all, the total score comes as C in the first row. It could be second row for you, but in first serial number, that is infrastructure, the total comes 2583. When this total is divided by the number of respondents, which were 62 in this case, comes 41.66. So likewise, now important for us is the second last column, that is average score, which shows the values 41.66, 71.11, 66.15, likewise 60.76 in the last cell. What we see here is the highest average score. So that you can see the highest average score is in the second row, that is 71.11. So in the last column where ranks are mentioned, 1 is written because according to this principal's perception, teachers come at the first rank where the average score is 71.11. The same way teaching approach at the second rank, because 66.15 is the highest after 71.11, and likewise 60.76 at third number, that is the school environment. And I am sure from this table, it should be now self-explanatory to each one of us. The next is table 3. Table 3 is the frequency of ranks given by the teachers. As you know, in final sample, there were 143 teachers. So these 143 teachers were asked to rank all the 10 parameters which are shown here on the screen in the first column after serial number. So they have ranked. See, for example, if we take school environment, which is the last row, there are 34 teachers who have given first rank to the school environment. They believe that if the school environment is good, the child will get quality education and will be having better learning. Then 13 have given second rank, 25 have given third, and likewise, and if you total it, it will be 143. That is the number of total number of respondents. So this table simply shows that frequency of ranks given by the teachers to these 10 different parameters. Next table is the same way as we have seen for the principals. This shows, table 4 shows ranks given by teachers on the basis of Henry Garrett's ranking table. The same way, what rank is given to that particular parameter multiplied by the Garrett value, what we have seen in that table, first table before table 1, that was percent position table, multiplied by that, and that gives, as you know, the first value was 82, second was 70, third was 63, fourth was 58, fifth was 25, and so on. The last value, that is 10th value, was 18, which is multiplied to the rank given by these teachers in different cells. So this data comes again, this added. So the total score you can see in the first column is 6059. And average score shows 42.37. How this 42.37 comes? When 6059 is divided by total number of respondents, those are 143 here in number. And likewise, we see that in the average score column, that is the second last column in this table, highest value in average score is 72.96. That is the highest value. So in rank column, that is the last column, you can see 1 is written. That means, again, by teachers also, the Henry Garrett's ranking shows teachers are at first rank because the highest value 72.96, while second highest is teaching approach. And likewise, you can see at 10th number, 28.90 is the lowest value in the average score in the second last column, hence given 10, because no other value is below this number 28.90, and hence the income of parents according to the teacher is the least important in the ranking of these 10 parameters. The same way, table you can see now, this is table 5. We have seen 2 tables for principals, 2 for teachers, and the same way now 2 tables for parents. This table 5 shows the frequency of ranks given by parents, as I explained in previous 2 tables for principals and teachers. The same way, I do not think any explanation is required for this table. And then we go to table 6. So table 6 is again ranks given by parents on the basis of Henry Garrett's ranking table. Rather, we have calculated it, that is again multiplied by rank multiplied by the corresponding Garrett value to the percent position of that particular parameter. And here, the same way, the last column shows the ranks accordingly, which is the second last column is of average score, and which is highest. We can see here 66.08, so given number 1. The lowest is 33.50, so given number 10. And this is how the ranking is given. And I am sure, as you understood the first 4 tables, so it's easy to understand this table also. Now, see, table 1 to 6 show the ranking of parents by principals, teachers, and parents respectively. These tables, from these tables, we can derive that. See, one more table I'll show you, table 7. Yeah, this table 7. Now, what I did is, from every table of even numbers, that is table number 2, 4, and 6, the last columns were the rank. Table 2 was the rank by principals, the last column. Table 4, the last column was ranked by teachers, and table 6, the last column was ranked by parents. Now I brought this in table 7, these all the ranks together. Very easily, we can see from this table, first rank is given to the teachers by principals, teachers, and parents also. That means teachers influence the quality of education in schools. The schools can attract meritorious students if they have quality teachers. Teachers play an important role in ensuring learning among students. Students are always benefited by quality teachers. One of the study reveals that parents wanted the teachers who should be the role models for their children, who were dedicated, qualified, interested, and involved with the kids. While we can see the third row, that is serial number 3, teaching approach. Here also, it is a coincidence in all the 3 cells of this teaching approach parameter. You can see it is teaching approach is ranked second by principals. Teaching approach is ranked second by teachers, as well by parents also. That means teaching approach is very important. First was teachers. So first of all, we must have quality teachers in our schools. Then second is their teaching approach. Good teachers know very well the best teaching approach. And to my understanding, the best teaching approach, a quality teacher is one who can reach to the last student of the class, who is able to understand the last student of the class, as curriculum should be child-centered and relevant. So should be the instructional methods. The limited view of teaching as presentation of knowledge no longer fits with current understanding of how and what students should learn. Instead, instructions should help students build on prior knowledge to develop attitudes, beliefs, and cognitive skills, as well as expand their knowledge base. In today's scenario, student-centric approach, to which we call child-centric approach, is preferred as it gives opportunity to every student and every teacher for feedback. Friends, the same way we can see now where the rank 3 comes. And again, coincidentally, all the 3 stakeholders, principals, teachers, and parents, have ranked at third number the school environment, that you can see serial number 10 in the table. School environment is ranked third, are kept at third place by all the three stakeholders. So school environment is very, very important. And the reason, to my understanding as a teacher, is school is the second home for the child. Almost 1/3 time of the day the child spends in the school for 15 long years. The studies demonstrated that there is a high positive correlation between school environment and parents' choice for the school. Children learn from environment. Healthier the environment, happier the children will be. Schools and teachers must try to create conducive environment so that the learning takes place in real sense. Learners in supportive environment have high levels of self-efficacy and self-motivation. Then we can see the next. After getting this first rank to the teacher, second to the teaching approach, third to the school environment, now we can see that principals and teachers ranked content as the fourth, while parents have ranked this content as fifth. Quality content refers to the intended and taught curriculum of the school. National goal for education and outcome statement that translate those goals into measurable objectives. Nowadays, we talk about SMART goals. SMART goals means SMART, that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time bound. So it is very, very important starting point for the development and implementation of curriculum. It should also have scope for individual differences. It should closely coordinate and selectively integrate. Then comes the method of assessment. In the table, you can see serial number 5. Method of assessment is ranked fourth by the parent, while same slide. Ranked by fourth by the parents, while principals and teachers have ranked it fifth. Now, assessment is important because on its basis, all the decisions about the children's future are taken. Assessment should be tailored to a specific purpose and should be reliable, valid, and fair for that purpose. Assessment designed for one purpose are not necessarily valid if used for the other purpose. Again, assessment should be age appropriate. To my understanding, superficial way of assessment leads to the superficial way of teaching learning process. Teacher should be trained for the evaluation techniques. The next you can see is caliber of students. Caliber of students is ranked 6th by, this is serial number 6. Caliber of students is ranked 6th by the principals and teachers, while it is ranked 7th by the parents. It's important that the child should have the caliber for the stream he chooses in terms of his aptitude, because by the end of the session, it is a child who has to appear in the examinations. Teachers and schools can only facilitate the child. The quality of children's lives before beginning the formal education greatly influenced by the kind of learners they can be. Many elements go into the making of a quality of learner, including health of the child, early childhood experiences they had, and the home support or the home environment, the kind of environment these children get at home. Then, friends, comes the infrastructure. Infrastructure is ranked 6th by the parents, while 7th by the teachers and 8th by principals. Here you can see the difference of opinions. While the infrastructure, because parents, they believe that probably compared to the teachers and the principals, infrastructure should be good. Then only the learning takes place. Probably this is what parents think. School infrastructure is a key base for effective teaching and learning in schools. Buildings, classrooms, laboratories, library, and playgrounds you talk about indoor games or outdoor, are crucial elements of infrastructure in school. There is strong evidence that high quality infrastructure facilitates better learning, improves student outcomes, and reduces the dropout rates in the school, among other benefits. Then I see here in this table involvement of parents, that is serial number 9. Dear friends, you can see that involvement of parents is ranked 7th by the principal, while 8th by the teachers and parents. Involvement of parents in children's learning have a positive correlation, because the parents, teachers, and students are the 3 vertices of a triangle. And when these 3 vertices meet, we get a closed figure called a triangle. So it is very, very important. And we in schools, how the involvement of parents may be through the PTMs, parents-teacher meetings, or PTAs, that is parents-teacher association, or one or the other way, teachers coordinate with the parents and for the betterment of the child. But yes, the rank given by principal is 7, while teachers and parents is 8. And the last comes education of parents and income of parents. Education of parents, we can see that unanimously and coincidentally, education of parents has been ranked 9th by all the 3 stakeholders, parents, teachers, and the principal. While the income of parents has been kept last by all, that shows that there is nothing to do with the learning of the child, or nothing to do with the quality education of income of parents, whether he is a rich parent, he is a poor parent, or what kind of. Then we come to this next table. The next slide. The Spearman's rank correlation. Spearman's rank correlation formula was used to find out what kind of correlation is there between the principals and teachers, teachers and parents, principals and parents. And easily, friends, you can see from this slide, principals and teachers have a correlation coefficient 0.988, which is a very high positive correlation. The same way, teachers and parents 0.976, again it's a high positive correlation. Principals and parents also have 0.952, again a high positive correlation is there. Further, the perception of principals, teachers, and parents is significantly correlated, because this correlation is more than 0.9. All the 3 stakeholders, that is parents, teachers, and the principals, agree with the ranking given to the various parameters. And this shows that all the 3 null hypotheses which we were designed for this study stand rejected. The conclusion of my study:
Hello. So now the forum is open for any question and answer. You can ask any question and write in the chat box as well. Any question from the audience side? On
Yeah. Any questions, please? My presentation is over. My part is over. Now you may ask the questions. I know the last 3-4 slides you couldn't see, but those were of references. And one, the last was thank you.
I don't think, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
So,
Hello.
yeah, Shanti, ma'am,
Yes,
you're
ma'am.
audible. You can go ahead.
Nice presentation, sir, from your side. And this is a new research I have seen that, but I have just one queries about that. In the hypothesis, you have written the statement that there is no difference between, and
It's not audible to me.
okay, am I audible?
Ma'am, give me a minute. You're audible to us. Let me check what problems sir is facing.
Yeah, it's not audible to me. Yeah, I'll do that.
Hello, Shanti,
Hello.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, no. Ma'am, would you please say something now?
Hello. Hello.
Shanti, ma'am, please give us a minute.
Yes,
We are
yes.
trying to
Hello.
solve this.
Hello. Sorry, Shanti ma'am, it was not audible to me. Now I have changed the headphone and probably
Okay, sir. Okay, no,
yeah,
sir.
you will be audible. Ma'am, please.
Yes, sir. Sir, nice presentation from your side, and it's a good research work.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Just I have only one query.
Please, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As in hypothesis, you have mentioned that there is no significant difference
Yeah.
among this and this.
Yeah.
जो भी आपके हैं. But in the conclusion, first of all, I would like to know about that. You have written there, there is no significant difference.
Yes.
And you have applied that correlation.
Right.
So that's why you have details to compare the mean scores
Yeah.
among them. One thing is that. Another thing is that I think that there is discrepancy in the conclusion part. It's
Okay.
my thinking. Might be I am.
Yeah. Please.
I am wrong.
Please tell me.
Conclusion part, you have rejected the null hypothesis, but
Yes,
your
ma'am.
calculation is find a high percentage. So that's why I think that your hypothesis should be not rejected. I think so, but might be I am wrong anywhere. So just I have a query.
Okay. Ma'am, you are very correct. As it was mentioned in the hypothesis, there is no significant difference
Yes.
between the understanding of parents and teachers and principal and parents.
Yeah.
And you are very right. Actually, instead of rejected, it should be accepted.
Thank
You are very
sir.
right. Thank you so much. You are right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Any other question?
Dr. Chaudhary.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. It was a very excellent presentation, very comprehensive, and the results are very understandable. As
Thank
far
you,
as
sir.
the important parameters of concern, the teachers, the involvement of the institution, as well as the approach which the teacher is adopting.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, I have certain observations to make because school setting is a very complex setting and it
Sir.
comprises or a large number of parameters. It depends on what type of institution we are focusing on, what is the sample.
Sir.
And now see, as the general thinking goes, that people pay a lot of attention to the infrastructural facility also.
Right, sir.
And institution attracts the students based on the infrastructure. However, it was very surprising to learn that neither of the three stakeholders have given any importance to the infrastructure.
True, sir.
Dr. Chaudhary, one more thing I want to add is that the
Yeah.
fourth important stakeholder is the student itself.
Yes, sir.
So, can you throw some light on what type of perception students hold on these 10 parameters which we have chosen?
Sure, sir. Sir, your first question was, people spend a lot of money on infrastructure, and surprisingly, all three stakeholders, they did not rank it in the beginning. Uh, Probably, infrastructure is important. What is minimum required infrastructure? As I mentioned, labs, library, playgrounds, classrooms, and nowadays, definitely these smart classes and smart boards. But uh, the attractive buildings are the buildings like seven-star hotels or palaces may attract the parents and students at a glance, but ultimately it is the quality of education uh, and the soul of the schools are teachers, which even this study supports. Sir, your second question was fourth stakeholder are the students. Yes, we did not involve this fourth stakeholder in the study, but they are very important. And if we go like this at different stages, because in school we have the different age group children, right from 3 years child who comes to nursery to a 17 years old child in class 12. So probably nursery to 5th grade children will not be, this is my understanding, I may be wrong, sir, and you can correct me, please. Will not be able to understand these all the parameters, but yes, the students of classes 6 to 12, that is middle school students, high school and higher secondary school students, if given the chance, they will be having this. But again, I feel that probably the ranking will go almost similar. Because the important is they, if good teachers are there, good teacher might be a wrong word. Teachers are not good and bad. They are all are good. Quality teachers are there. It will help the child in the long run for learning. So in my opinion, for further, there is a scope for the study where this fourth stakeholder, the students can be involved, maybe of 6 to 12, if not nursery to 5. And the results would be similar. This is my understandings.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Any more question, please?
So I think there is no more questions, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for enriching this session with your research works. Thank you so much, audience, for asking the question and for listening to us carefully. Now, I would like to invite co-coordinator Udhbhavana 24-25, Dr. Sheetal Shinde, to propose words of thanks.
Thank you so much, Puri.
Thank you, ma'am. I, Dr. Sheetal Shinde, on behalf of Udhbhavana team members, first of all, I am thankful to Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Upender Dhar, for giving us opportunity to arrange this Udhbhavana session. I am also thankful to speaker of today's session, respected Dr. Prakash Chaudhary, Director, Sri Vaishnav Institute of Education. Today we got a lot of information from this session, which will truly help us in our life. We have no words to offer gratitude for your valuable presence, sir, in this session. You gave deep insight on the topic of quality education for sustainable development. I pass my warm thanks to all the respected deans, directors, coordinators, head of institutions, HODs, and faculty members for their significant presence in this session. Your presence and participation make this event up to the mark. I would like to place my heartily thanks to all the people who work in the background too. At last, once again, a warm thanks to all the persons who joined for the making this Udbhavana session successful. Thank you all. Now
Thank you so much, Vivian.
you can leave the meeting. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. मेरा तो हो गया, हो गया।
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.